Yes, as I walk through the uncanny valley of death, you shall fear no evil, for I am that evil.
Erica, you never got grizzly tales for gruesome kids, did you?
No, I don't know what that is. That sounds fake. That sounds made up.
No, grizzly tales for gruesome kids is you get this insanely sick, like opening stop motion claymation intro of a little kid walking through. See when I was like trying to plan out like the uncanny valley stuff, this was very much what the inspiration for it was, because it's just he's walking down this like weird abandoned town and the cinema is still open, and like this disembodied hand gives him a ticket to go in to see a film, and then it cuts to like this weird gangly like rotten old man who introduces, and he plays like old tapes he has. It's like an anthology kids show, and it's all like strange tales about like kids misbehaving and horrific shit happening to them. Like I'm sure I've talked about it in the Discord before. Did you not see there was one about a girl that abused her plushies? So the plush comes to life in the middle of the night, Chucky style, and disembowels her, stuffs her, and then leaves her in a charity shop for purchase.
Oh my god.
There was one where I forget why. I think they were just making fun of the butcher. The butcher kills the little girl and sells her as sausage meat.
Ew. Would not buy it. That's just Goosebumps Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, it's very Goosebumps, but it's like, how mortifying can we make this ending for young children?
Have you ever seen Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark?
The movie?
I'm pretty sure it's a TV show. I haven't seen it either, but as far as I'm aware, there's Goosebumps and then that as well, which I think is Canadian.
Now, there's a book series. I don't know if there was a TV show. There was a book series, and then there was a movie. The movie has cool visuals, but it's pretty bad.
Oh, there was like one recently, right?
Yeah, it was clearly like they went, oh shit, the Goosebumps movie, but it was very bad, made money. We should just do that.
That movie was better than... Yeah, produced by Del Toro. That was better than the Goosebumps movie. It wasn't good, but there was one or two good kills in there.
Yeah, but at least
with my ex.
I've got like maybe 60 different Goosebump books. I can just go, it's the thing. I know that thing. I like that thing. Did you see the Justin Long adult Goosebumps?
Are You Afraid of the Dark? That's the other show I was trying to think of.
Oh, see, I hear that fucked up some kids though.
Yeah, I heard that people really like that one.
I assume you watched Goosebumps, like the Canadian
a little
show.
bit. I read more Goosebumps than I watched.
I read so much more Goosebumps than I watched, but I had the occasional videotape. Holy shit, those factors went so hard.
My memory from when I was a kid is so spotty. I think because of how many drugs my parents had me on, but I'm not entirely sure.
See, a lot of mine is as well, but I have some vivid memories of Goosebumps. Like I can remember my primary school's library layout and where I found my first Goosebump books, and it was Invasion of the Body Snatchers Part 2 from Series 2000. I've got it, like, it's burned as a core memory of me going, yo, this little alien cover looks sick as hell, I'm going to give this a read, even though it was Part 2, and then it just, like, spiraling into obsession.
That's cool.
I was one of the kids that, A Haunted Mask, the like actual episode, traumatizing, absolutely horrifying.
Don't remember. I remember the piano one mostly.
The piano?
Yeah, there was a player piano story.
Was not okay. So they hire a piano teacher and he's like this weird guy, kind of looks like Colonel Sanders. And then there's like a ghost child that keeps playing the piano and up.
Something like that. I remember the book more, but I
No,
believe,
I'm
yeah,
going off the
it's
book.
mostly about, like, the piano starts playing on its own, but it's not a player piano.
Oh, fuck. It was. I remember it was.
Again, you could be right, and I could just not remember anything because I really don't remember much about media I loved when I was a kid.
See, I have little splotches. Like, I remember the twist of Shocker Street? Maybe? Was it Shocker Street? But I remember the big
Shocker
fucking.
Street. That sounds like somewhere a kid should not go.
No, they definitely should not. But it was the big. It's the big praying mantis, or like a big grasshopper. They did it in the movie, and I remember going, "Oh, I remember that part." I also had to do like they got me. I did a book report on. It was there was one about a voodoo head or some shit. And I remember in school we made us do a book report, and then I finessed that shit so bad they made me read it in front of the entire school.
Hell yeah. Love that.
And I must have been like,
Oh. You know, Shocker Street is making me think of Them, which I haven't seen, but I think we should watch. Yeah, it's a movie from the 50s. Them with an exclamation mark about a giant ant.
a giant. Hold on. Maybe I have seen this. I also have very spotty memories of going to a pound shop as a kid and finding a giant ant horror movie, and then going, "This fucks," and I can't remember. Was it them? Did I see them?
I would like to watch this either way, but that rules if you've seen this already and like it.
Is it they or them?
Them
We'll never
exclamation mark.
Oh, these ants look so sick. What the fuck?
They
It was
do.
definitely not this.
Okay, this movie looks rad though, right?
What the fuck? The only thing I can really remember from the one I watched was, even as a child, I remember going, "This is far too long. This needs cut down." And then there was one scene where it was the ants were watching like the survivors, and it was from their point of view. So it was like 80 different cameras all like hexagoned into each other. And I was like,
Interesting. Huh.
You can tell I was going to be a film bro as a young kid.
Yeah.
Giant and horror movies. Maybe I'll find it.
That would be
Well, no.
cool. We should try to think about movies we barely remember watching at some point.
Well, it's not them.
Yeah, which
Was
is
it?
the
Oh my
first one
God.
that comes up. Empire of the Ants, I'm seeing.
That's what I'm looking at. I'm like, maybe it's that.
What is this?
Ouch. A 4.3 on IMDb.
Yeesh. And then Legion of Fire, Killer Ants is the other one that Google recommends, which has a 2.9.
Oh, it was Empire of Ants.
Oh, hell yeah, okay.
Such an obscure.
It's an H.G. Wells story?
What, Empire of
Probably
Ants?
doesn't mean much, yeah. That probably doesn't mean much. It's just about ants. You know, what could he have put into it? Robert
Maybe there's a
Lansing
thing-
is in it. Lansing.
Yes. There could easily be like a fun little twist at the end.
The ants were people and the people were ants the whole time.
There's one called It Happened at Lakewood Manor. It's a TV movie, and it just seems to be about a really fucked ant infestation.
Ooh.
That sounds horrible.
That sounds kind of fun. Oh, I'm looking at this. This looks bad. This looks outright bad.
But it's like, either you're a normal person and it's not going to do anything, or you show it to someone with like really bad psychosis symptoms and you send them spiraling.
Oh.
Are you okay?
Dick Van Dyke's son is in It Happened at Lakewood Manor.
Is that a sign of quality?
No. I don't know if it's a sign of anything. Stacy Keach Sr. Brian Dennehy. Ooh. He has my last name. It's gotta be good.
So we have not famous people, but we've got tangentially related famous people.
I know Brian Dennehy is very well regarded. I like Brian Dennehy. I've only seen him in FX, but he's good.
Are we talking Empire of the Ants, or are we talking the Lakewood Manor movie?
Lakewood Manor.
I was going to say, if it's Empire of the Ants, I remember as a kid being like, that guy with the beard, he fucks. I fuck with him.
Empire of the Ants looks pretty good, actually.
It's got such a bad score, but the ants look cool.
Yeah, it looks fun. Should we do an ant month? It seems like there's enough movies. We should have done Ant Trill this month.
Oh, no, there's got to be another. Surely, what's a different word? They're arthropods, isn't they?
Oh, that's true. Interesting.
Octoberopod. That's horrible. That'll get scrapped. Another term for ant. Help me here, Google.
Yeah, Google, help us out. Come on.
Ant.
Formicidae.
Formicoid? That sounds like a gem.
I don't think this is a good idea. I don't think anyone's gonna understand what we're saying.
Doesn't formicide sound like something like a 14-year-old would call you after talking about look snatching?
Yeah, if you have glasses. They formicide.
Oh, you formicide?
Yeah.
I think ants are kind of cute.
I like ants. I have no problem with ants.
It's like one of the only bugs that I feel like if you look up close up, you're like, oh, you're kind of a cutie.
Yeah, look at them, their little eyes. They're doing alright. They're doing their thing.
Okay, hypothetical apocalypse situation. Some bugs are giant. What is the worst bug that could possibly be giant?
Amazing question. My instinct is cockroach or mosquito.
Oh, fuck, a cockroach. You couldn't kill the fucker.
Yeah, that thing would be invincible. And then a mosquito would just, eat you, basically. It would just fly down and eat you.
It's got a big tube. It's like a straw. It's a human straw.
It's a human straw. You've envisioned a horrifying scenario. I don't like this. I want it on the record.
Do you? But surely they wouldn't eat you. They would just suck all of you. So it would just leave like a little dry pin of a human.
How I wish in my life for someone who will suck all of me.
See, my immediate was going to be. I feel like, but see, cockroach spray. Surely you could launch a bunch of them into a big flamethrower.
Yeah, flamethrower could solve a lot. What wouldn't be solved by a flamethrower?
Because I was thinking, for me, the worst insect on planet Earth is a millipede. They also would be so juicy to kill.
Oh, that'd be so scary. I feel like ladybugs would be scary. Have you ever played Grounded?
I haven't. I mean, I feel like it's not a game you can kind of play single player, and my schedule doesn't really work for online, teamwork games.
Yeah, fair. It's not as fun single player, and it takes a while to beat, so it's way better when you have someone to chat with.
No, a ladybug's cute. Look at this little guy. Not sure beef of a ladybug. We've got little mustaches.
I love ladybugs, but I feel like they'd be creepy big. Mosquitoes, what freaks me out about them being big is that they're hairy. Isn't that gross?
I feel like
giant hairy mosquito. They used to be gigantic also, so we would just have prehistoric mosquitoes, basically.
I sent you a close-up ladybug. Look how cute that is. That is not scary.
Alright, I'm looking.
No, I feel like a bug, the less scary a bug is. No, the
That's
more...
terrifying.
No, that's so cute. What do you mean?
I don't like it. It looks like it's thinking about how to absorb me.
No, it's got like a little mustache. It's like sniffing the floor.
Oh
It's giving
my
you a good
God.
sniff. It's
I don't
like
like
a good dog.
What about a gigantic tardigrade?
Those tardigrades are the little like bacteria bears. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I love them. I've got a Build-A-Bear of them.
I love them too, but what if there were millions of them? Because there probably are so many. What if they all got too big, and then they're invincible, right? Like you wouldn't. What do you do?
I'm pretty sure
Put
if
them
you're
in trucks and
going
put them in the ocean?
if you're going an exact number of them, I'm pretty sure there is like easily trillions, Chris. I don't think planet Earth is surviving.
Oh, we'd be so fucked.
Oh, population density. Given their ubiquity, it's estimated they exist in massive numbers, likely quintillions or higher,
Oh
10 to the
no.
18 plus, whatever
Yeah.
that
So
means.
what do you do if tardigrade big?
Um, I feel like they'd be cuddly though.
You think they'd be chill? Okay.
Yeah,
I see
okay, there's
that.
some spindly ones that make me uncomfortable, but see your typical one. He looks cute.
Oh yeah, they're the little cuddly guys. They look like a
I,
stuffed animal.
I don't like the butthole mouth. The butthole mouth is unsettling.
No, nobody likes a butthole mouth when you first show it to them.
See, I'm looking at photos now, and I can't tell if I'm looking at its mouth or its arsehole.
Well, for some of us.
Maybe every time scientists have tried to photograph them, they've just given it a quick flash.
You think they're flashing scientists?
Oh, yeah. Wait, what? Here's one without the little butthole, and he's cute. Why is every fucking the poor tardigrades must be like, here's those rude humans coming to invade our privacy.
Yeah.
Keep
Oh,
taking
look at
photos of
that
man.
guy. I love that guy.
Yeah, he looks friendly. I don't know about quintillions of them.
That's what I mean. That would be so scary. Welcome to Uncanny Valley. We're talking about Onibaba this week from 1964. Directed by Kaneto Shindo.
This is going to be our first time thoughts. This has never been discussed at any point before.
No. We've not
No,
talked
never
about
been.
this. We've not tried to talk about this. We wouldn't have tried to record this before now.
Yeah, but okay. Onibaba. I think this is awesome. This is like, see how occasionally you fall out of films and you go like, I just can't be fucked for a little bit, and then you watch a film that makes you want to go back and start watching more movies. Onibaba has been that for me. Due to this, I've started trying to watch Akira Kurosawa movies. I've watched The Woman in the Dunes. Guaidan is definitely coming. This is an awesome film. Atmospheric, like really immersive, impressive. I can see why this is a Willem Dafoe favourite.
Yeah.
Chris, your thoughts?
It's good. There were moments where I fell out of it. I didn't love the entire thing. But overall, I really like it. I think it captures a pretty unique tone. There's a few details of the production, just broad details, but that I'll bring up. One of which is that they just built huts in the middle of nowhere to film this, and the crew was living for, I think, a couple of weeks, just in the middle of nowhere, focusing on this, doing kind of nothing else but working on this or letting off steam. And it like shows very much in the production. It feels very isolated, and it feels there's just an energy to the area they're in, which obviously develops further as that energy gets hornier, I guess. I don't know if there's any other way to put it.
It is such a horny movie, isn't it? I didn't expect
Very
it to be
much so.
as horny.
I love Are we trying to go too chronologically, or do you mind if I comment on something later in the movie?
No, you can bounce about it. I don't mind.
I love the moment where a sequence of moments. The first moment being when I was hoping there would be names to call these women. No, they're just the mother and the wife. The mother character is telling the wife, don't go sleep with that guy, with Hatchi. Don't. Hatchi is just looking to sleep with somebody. Also, another sidetrack. So funny when she says, he just wants a woman, and then you cut to him, his face in the reeds in the hot sun, and he just goes, I want a woman. Great. Amazing. But
Don't we all?
later on, one more time.
So don't we all? He's a relatable character for sure.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
yes,
Hachi. But later on, there's the moment where she sees them having sex and has sort of a breakdown, and like holds the tree, embraces a tree, and it goes from, you understand how her motives were, you cared for my son, you shouldn't sleep with this person that he trusted. There's a lot of emotions in that, but what she's left with once all that is stripped away is just that she's lonely and she's jealous that somebody else has a connection that they've found.
Yeah,
That's really interesting.
It is really interesting because the female characters, they don't have names, but they're so much more fleshed out. Because again, if you go for the mother, again, she doesn't like Hachi, and she doesn't like the wife going with Hachi, but there's many multiple layers as to why she doesn't like this, for selfish reasons and also for like actual smart, reasonable, mature decision making. But it feels
True.
like the
Yeah,
wife,
she also has pragmatic reasons not related to her probably dead son. And she's just saying, I need her to help me do my work, basically.
but I feel like we'll go back to it being being rather horny, because it is a horny movie. But what
Which also makes a lot of sense why Willem Dafoe likes it.
Oh well, he loves a horny movie.
Doesn't he? It also makes a lot of sense that he wanted to star in this, and I assume wanted to star in it after remaking it.
Yeah, but surely, like, he says there's no way he could have spun it without ruining the source material. But I feel like Onibaba is so, like, it has to be set in Japan. You can't not make this set in Japan. So
I was just going to say
imagine that this is like, it's 14th century feudal Japan with war
with
going
Willem
on.
Dafoe.
And then just Willem Dafoe shows up, horny as hell.
Oh my god. God help us all.
It would be a town menace.
It would be like Genghis Khan. Everyone now would have Willem Dafoe in their DNA.
I don't, but the thing is, it wouldn't work. I feel like Willem Dafoe's Hatchi would have too much charisma. I feel like he would pull both of them.
I agree. I completely agree. When she's coming on, when the mother is coming on to him, he'd be like, all right, why not?
He would get the mother, the daughter-in-law, the random samurai he finds in the hut, and the demon samurai. Like,
He would make a cult, is what he would do. Yeah.
Oh, see, I would love that as a film, like
That would
14th
be
century
amazing.
Japan. Willem
That's the
Dafoe
thing.
as a sex cult.
He should try to make something else that's similar. Like, I would love to see what he would interpret. Because you can't... What would you couldn't make him a soldier. That would suck. Right? It's just like a modern day soldier. There isn't, and like you already said, but there isn't any interpretation that really works of this specific material. But you could... There's something you could do.
Well, I mean, I feel like there's enough civil wars going about on planet Earth that you could... I mean, really, civil war's kind of like the setting that this takes place in. So you could
True.
easily do a twist. I feel like at that point it's like I just made Onibaba, but like during the American Civil War.
Yeah, which I feel like you would. American Civil War is too. I feel like too horrible and too race coded. There's just too much going on historically with it to set something irrelevant in it. And if you don't do that, you're going to then be setting it in like a hypothetical. You're going to be doing an Alex Garland type Civil War, which I think maybe is too much for the movie. It would kind of overstuff the movie a little bit.
No, but that's the thing. I feel like Willem Dafoe, I trust him enough, but I feel like if he took something like the American Civil War, he would put a good. Because this man, he does. He's the most. Did you ever hear the story about? I think it was during the filming of Platoon. He was in Vietnam during like big protests to get the Americans out, and he joined the like the giant riot crowd.
No, that
Of
rules.
Vietnamese. He said like they had guns and knives and they were outside his hotel, and he was like, you know, yeah, fuck, let's get let's get
Hell
these
yeah.
Americans.
That fucking rules. I love Willem Dafoe.
But I wonder if it's because he's got like such a obscure face shape. But like if you looked at him, you wouldn't be like, that's an American man.
No, you
The rest,
really. You would go, what
someone's
is that?
someone's gobbling granddad.
Yeah, even when he
But
was like 30.
yeah, the thing is, Willem Dafoe's always looked 50, and it seems like he will always look 50.
It's an interesting curse that turned into a blessing.
But he had a weird metamorphosis because he went from a hot 50-year-old to a wait, he's hot 50-year-old. Like he never lost it. But there's something that's changed within him.
I see that, yeah.
But as
And
let's
I think in the first stage, his personality wasn't as relevant. Like he was just hot. But now, if he weren't Willem Dafoe, it would come or go pretty easily, depending on how much of a dickhead he was.
yeah, I could say like he's got like a sort of like Jim Belushi thing going on. Where it's like the charisma is off the charts. Like he just exudes aura. Like, oh my god, see that fit check video he did? Where the guy's
Yes, yeah,
asking
that's
him
exactly what I was thinking of.
and he's clearly just a confused old man, but he still has so much energy about him. We could all hope
He's
to
just
just be
cool.
Willem Dafoe one day. He's just a cool man. Oh, but as
I don't know if I would recognize him in the street, as crazy as that is to say.
no, did you never hear the Subway video of him?
No.
Where he was telling a story about how he used to just he pulled like a Keanu Reeves thing where he didn't bother with like private transportation. He would just use public transport because he thought he didn't have a recognizable face until one day on a train he overheard someone say, "That must be him. No one looks like that motherfucker."
That's pretty funny.
But yeah, it's a running theme with, I don't know if maybe it's just because the horror films that have lasted from 60s Japan have been more transgressive cinema, so it's became like these films are almost legendary. But a lot of these 60s horror Japanese movies are all so horny. But I feel like they're a perfect example of, see how you keep getting the debate online nowadays where it's like, oh, Gen Z want less sex in their movies. And it's like,
Why?
but no, they don't. Have you seen the art house scene? It's all just sex. It's all it is.
Yeah.
But
Euphoria
they still,
is very popular.
yeah, okay, I was going to use it as an example of my next point. I feel like a lot of the horniness and sex scenes in these movies, there's purpose to them and there's artistic intent within them. It's not just, and now let's have them fuck for a bit. Like
Which
the
is what
difference,
Euphoria is.
the difference between the sex scene and the multiple sex scenes in Onibaba and Sydney Sweeney pretending to be a dog in this new season of Euphoria.
God.
I feel like there's a big. Have you seen those fucking photos?
No, I haven't.
Oh, good God! Have you not seen the photo of her spread leg dressed as a baby with a dummy in her mouth?
No.
Horrifying imagery. Genuinely one of the most disturbing things I've seen as of recently.
Great.
I was going to say I'll send it to you just to ruin your day, but I don't want that on my phone. I don't even want the metadata of that being on my phone.
Yeah, start looking for it. Google.
Okay. Yeah, I'll send you all of the clips for you to be disgusted at later on.
Oh, great. Have you ever seen a Jane Campion movie?
Hit me with a list, I'll tell you.
The Piano is the most famous one with Harvey Keitel. Power of the Dog is one of the more recent ones with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh, weirdly, I don't think I have been. None of those are ringing bells.
Well, it's In the Cut with Mark Ruffalo is really good. They are so sexually charged. Pretty much all of her movies. Most of them. But they are... I'm trying to find the right way to describe it. It's like they are charged with the emotions of sex. They're not charged with, these are directed by a woman and they're focusing on emotions instead of physical presence. They're very focused on people existing in a space with each other, but it's not about showing you anything. It's beyond how these people are feeling and what they're expressing with each other, effectively. I don't know if that makes sense, but they're very...
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I mean, they're hot, the scenes in her movies also, but they're very cinematic and plot relevant and good. I love all of her movies.
I take it this is a European filmmaker.
No, Australian, I believe.
Oh, goddamn. Coming straight from the censor boards.
Yeah. Yeah.
Must be witch hunts for her out in the streets. Holy shit.
What was hold on. One of her really good ones. Bright Star I did not like. Holy smoke. Is Harvey Keitel plays this guy who's like not a PI, but like a fixer who has been hired by Kate Winslet's parents because Kate Winslet has been sort of inducted into a cult. So Harvey Keitel has been hired to kidnap her and bring her to an isolated house, and the whole movie is them in this isolated house and playing mind games with each other. It's very, very good.
What is it, just like a dialogue-driven movie?
Yes.
Sounds horror-ish. Is it horror enough that we
No, it's not.
No.
Not horror at all. They're like romance, comedy, drama, that kind of thing.
A romance comedy about two people manipulating each other.
Yeah. Well, it's very sexual. That's a big part of it.
I just sound...
I'm being a little bit vague in certain places just because I want you to watch it. I think it's a good movie.
Okay, so we should probably start Onibaba.
Yeah, we'll talk more about Onibaba.
We start off in a field of tall grass. We have our two stereotypical samurai heroes. But out pops from the bush. The one thing I was like, I have no idea what's happening the second we watched this because it's like a blink and you miss it scene. The mother and daughter have been murdering samurai to steal their loot Assassin's Creed style and sell it to the nearest vendor down the road. I didn't look up if this was an actual thing, but I've got to imagine this must have been a thing that went on during the time with men leaving their home to fight at war. Also, I love the war setting. The fact that when Hatchi comes back, they talk about how no one even knows why we're fighting anymore. At first, they thought we were fighting for the Emperor, but now there's two Emperors, and then each army keeps kidnapping people, but the people then keep fighting for each other's armies. So now when they fight, we don't even know who they're killing.
Yeah, that was grim.
And it's interesting though, because you think in the 14th century, like you can't, no one's Snapchatting each other. Like, how the fuck are you supposed to know if that man in his samurai outfit is a friendly man in his samurai outfit?
No way.
Also, can we acknowledge for the fact these motherfuckers are wearing huge samurai fits? It ain't stopping shit. Everyone's just getting stabbed through their armor.
Oh yeah, it's so funny how I do love you touched a little bit on how they start with the imagery of what feels like a protagonist for a different movie that you'd be following. And they let you follow him for a split second before they absolutely ice him and his buddy that he's trying to save. And they do get stabbed like under their arms, I believe. So it's kind of the weak spot, I guess. You know, they don't realize they're about to be stabbed. But yeah, at the same time, it's just the one that takes them down.
I feel like it's such a bad place to get stabbed though. Like right in the armpit. Such like soft, stringy flesh. Ooh.
Yeah, exactly. You're fucked. That's gotta hurt too, even if it kills you quickly.
Exactly, and there's no like you ain't getting the National Health Service kicking about right now, and you know. To be honest, I don't think these characters know where the fuck they are for most of the movie.
No, I doubt it.
But yeah, so okay, we reached the little. I love this little vendor shop. It feels like almost
this is
a
based
video
on
game
a
shop.
Shin Buddhist parable. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. But it's
Oh no, go on about it.
in which a mother, disgusted by her daughter's affair with a priest, used a mask to pose as a demon and frighten the girl into believing she was cursed. She was punished by the mask sticking to her face, and when she begged to be allowed to remove it, the mask took the flesh of her face with it. So it's based on a parable, but not what you were talking about, which is interesting. You know, the element of being at war. It's based on something more about, I guess, the horror elements of it.
Oh yeah, no, I've got that somewhere in my notes. It's strange because when you look it up, nowhere really mentions that this is like an adaptation of anything.
Yeah, it's interesting because it is. Well, it's inspired by, I guess. I don't know.
If it's inspired by, it's a one for one of the plot. Hold on, my Onibaba that I had in the background has just decided it's no longer having it. It's just turned itself off.
Great.
Hatchi showed up and it went, no, none of it.
Oh, I hated Hachi when he showed up. Or, like, by the end of his first scene. How did you feel? I'll talk more about how I felt about Hachi through the movie.
Okay, well, the little vendor shop, I'll just say it's cool. I don't know how this man is getting the food to trade for these. He says he's selling it to the soldiers, but it seems like surely if hypothetically this war started with 20,000 samurai, surely half of them are dead by now. Surely like armor isn't too hard to come across by this point.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Which I suppose would make sense why they're getting paid so little. But I do like, just a little side note, that when Hatchi goes to sell later on, it seems like he gets more for what he's selling than the women do, because he knows these women are reliant on him.
Huh.
Which is just the... But anyway, we're back in the hut. See, the thing is, Hatchi, he's really an asshole, but he has so much charisma. I love Hatchi. Like but I feel like all these characters morally are a bit dubious. They are murdering people regardless of what side of the war they're on for food.
Yeah, we're past anybody here being redeemable. I think that it took me a moment to accept that about our protagonists, which is why I really felt negatively towards Hachi to start with. But as the movie went on, I really just came to a place of why can't these two fuck? Why, like, would they have to die alone now just because you are going to?
But yeah, see, when Hatchie shows up, okay, he regales the story of how the mother's son and the wife's husband, both of them seem to have been at war together. Then they got kidnapped by the opposing army. They fought for the opposing army. They lost. They then ran away. They then got kidnapped by farmers. And then seemingly the husband/son was beaten to death as Hatchie made an escape and managed to return home. Do you believe Hatchie?
I mostly believe him. I don't believe that Hachi knows he's dead, but I do believe that Hachi thinks he's dead within good reason. Like, he didn't see him die, but he thinks by now he would be dead, or he did run away while he was getting hurt. You know, like, I don't think he's assuming anything in bad faith, but I do also think he's intentionally stretching the truth.
See, okay, we'll circle back to my thoughts because I have a little theory from something later on. But see, the way Hatchie's demeanour is, I feel like he wouldn't care to let them know whether or not he died or not. Like, I feel like Hatchie wouldn't feel like he needs to lie. Because, like, he'll do asshole things and he'll just go, yeah, I was in that. So I don't see why, even if hypothetically he abandoned him, I feel like Hatchie as a character would just say to him, well, to them, oh yeah, I think he died, but I'm not too sure. I had to just make a getaway. Like, I don't see what Hatchie gains from lying about the death.
Okay.
Other than,
I think the thing to address is neither of us think he killed or made his friend die so he could do all of this, right?
No, I feel like trying to get a girlfriend, there's much easier routes than co-opting your friend into a war, fighting these wars for multiple years, and then abandoning him with some farmers to go then lie to his wife.
I agree, but people have crazy theories. I just want to get that out of the way. I'm sure some people would assume that. I wouldn't blame them necessarily. I feel like the movie deliberately makes it ambiguous enough so you can assume that, among other things. I think there's a line that the wife has, which is something like, why would Hachi tell us he's dead if he wasn't dead? Which to me implies Hachi probably doesn't know. But I also don't... I just don't get the impression from Hachi that he's like a little bit of a dickweed sometimes, but he's not a bad person, I don't think.
Yeah,
he doesn't seem like he would be able to hurt somebody like that.
Yeah, because even jumping forward a little bit, when he's arguing with the mother about him sleeping with his friend's wife, he even lets her know, he's like, well, I don't have any intentions of marrying her, and I'm happy to let her know that. This is just, we're just having sex. And it's like, I feel like if this was like some long con to try and get his wife, surely you wouldn't be open about the hedonistic aspect of it. You would be like, oh no, we're definitely getting married.
True, yeah.
But see, okay, this is when we start to get Hatchie's advancements to to his friend's wife. I feel like I run across an issue with 60s Japanese movies with men and women where I can't tell if the predatory aspects of the character are simply just it's 60s Japan and it's a man writing it.
What do you mean? Or what elements are you talking about? I do kind of know what you mean.
Like how, like, he's playfully pushy, but he's really pushy about it. But I feel like 60s Japan, a lot of this wouldn't be seen as nearly as bad as it would viewing it through a modern lens.
Yeah, I see that. And that's also... That's most of why I don't like Hachi in the places where I don't like him. And where that levels out for me is just understanding that nobody in this movie is a good person, really. They're all murderers and thieves. And you know, I think it's when the wife has her monologue about the first time I killed somebody. That's when it really sinks in for me. Like, it's not... Nobody deserves treatment of any kind for being any sort of person. That's not what I'm saying. But, you know, in the moral scale of the movie, it winds up feeling more level.
See, but the thing is, Hatchi, he's like, okay, he's pushy, but he's never rapey. And I feel like that's like an important distinction.
It
like,
is,
he's never
definitely. That's why it doesn't feel gross at any point, even if it feels uncomfortable.
See, it's strange it took you to the monologue, because for me, the first, like, when it really sunk in that, oh, these are bad people, is when it's when we first get Hatchi being pushy towards, we'll just say the wife, and it's when they're by the lake and she's washing clothes, and they look over and they see the two soldiers fighting. Both of them seemingly wound each other in the water, and then when one of the soldiers swims over, he goes, oh, I'll get this guy and you two go kill the other one, despite this soldier seemingly asking for help from them.
Yeah.
Because it shows they don't care about... Because it's important to know...
It doesn't matter if they're cruel people that they're killing.
Yeah, because like, even during this time, it's her son and her husband that's also at war. Like, he's the same as these men that they're tracking down and murdering. It's not like they're attacking specifically the enemy soldiers. They're just killing any man that will come across.
And they've deliberately made the point to us that it doesn't matter what side they're on. They don't know or care, really.
And I feel it adds to it. I feel like this must have been a fairly normal thing, that Hatchi just is like, oh yeah, can you go murder that guy real quick so I can steal his stuff?
Yeah, it's creepy.
I love your door run.
It's horrible. I know, it's so loud. Why is it like that? I don't know.
Like you got like the Inspector Gadget ass door buzzer. You could sample it and make it into a song.
You could also... That could be a good... that's my dog now, shaking. It would be a good, like, sting for a horror movie. Now my dog's trying to get out because he knows there's food somewhere.
Oh, I'm dying.
You okay?
Oh, no. Oh, okay. Chris, next scene we're with Hatchi, and this is what I mean. I don't know if you're watching along with me. Hatchi is selling 2 suits of armor back to this shopkeeper.
No, they're all eating that mine.
3 bags of food. When
how many did they get?
I'm pretty sure it was just 1.
Oh, okay, that's wicked, honestly.
And this motherfucker still swaps it for a bottle of sake.
Insane.
You're a sake man, Chris.
I do like sake. I've never had hot sake.
I've never had hot sake. I love a plum sake. And
plum sake sounds interesting.
It's hard to come across. Oh, see if you find sake out in the wild. I assume being in New York, you must have like some East Asian supermarkets near you.
We do. I only really have sake when I'm doing karaoke.
Oh, you're like full LARPing in East Asian.
Yeah,
You
sure.
get the kimono out and the little tables.
No,
You're having a good old
it's
time.
just how our karaoke is a lot of the time. It's very Asian karaoke places.
Do you get the little sake cups out and have the youngest person pour for the other one first?
No, I don't know what that is. I don't know what you're saying to me.
It's like the traditional way. You get your two sake glasses and then you get your bottle, and then you have to pour for each other, but the youngest pours first for the other one.
So if you're in a karaoke room with about 7 people, you just go in a circle.
I would assume so. I don't know. I've never see for me sake is just always on a date night. I never have a third person there.
Okay. Interesting.
Occasionally I've had the staff pour it for me. Like they'll come over and top it up as I'm sipping, but I'm like,
Do you ask to see their driver's license?
what?
Make sure that they're younger than you?
Oh no. When I'm hitting up umami, these women are like in their 50s. I
Damn. Alright, so you gotta pour it for them first, right?
Yeah, I'm getting them pissed on shift every single day.
Do you
But yeah,
say, ooh, mommy?
no, I do not. I feel like it's asking to get in trouble with the wife across the table.
Try that. Try that next time.
Also, the way when I'm hitting up umami, the women there, their grasp on English is, we'll say, tenuous. So I feel like they wouldn't even get the pun.
So you'll get in so much trouble, and also nothing will happen. Like no one will even know that you said anything besides your wife.
I'll not only get the awkwardness of making flirtatious remarks to this random Asian woman in front of my girlfriend, but it's like a synergy with none of the staff will know what the fuck I'm talking about.
That's really good. That's really funny.
Oh, but going back to my point, see your like East Asian supermarkets, they're not allowed to sell drink. You have to go to liquor stores and that, don't you? Or do some of them carry liquor licenses?
That's a great question. I'm thinking about. You are right. New York City, you don't have liquor licenses in supermarkets and corner shops for the most part. There can be some exceptions, but
Oh wait,
I
is
think
wine not an exception? Is wine
wine
not allowed?
is the exception. I'm trying to think of if there's any others.
Oh well,
It might
if
just be
you're walking
wine.
in and you come across them, I implore you, look for plum sake. But there should be plums in the wine. Like there should be
Oh,
plums in the
okay.
bottle.
That
It's
sounds good.
it's so good. It tastes just like
I
plum
didn't know
juice, and
sake
it'll give
is a
you.
wine.
Yeah, it's like a
I'll be,
rice wine,
I'll be
is it not?
honest. Cool, okay. I don't know, I just drank it.
But you never question what you're drinking.
No, I just said that one.
Anyway, and you can sometimes get. I don't know if it'll be. I feel like import it would make it rather expensive for you, but over here in a lot of Asian supermarkets, you can get. It's like a little glass bottle, and it's about like your average beer can amount of, and it's different fruit flavored sakis, and they're like 20%, and they taste like juice, and they're
The,
about £3, £4 each.
Alright.
So you can get fucked off your ass really, really, really fast if you needed to.
Fuck yeah. Oh yeah, I'll pay $80 to get those imported.
Oh, Asians go crazy. See, if you find like Asian canned cocktails, like in like little fridge supermarkets, they're all so strong, and half of them have got caffeine in them.
Hell yeah, okay.
But anyway,
Sounds like a good night.
I got distracted. Where am I at? Keep me in focus here,
We're
Chris.
talking about Hachi and the women just killed the men in the river and they're just dumping their bodies in the hole. They sold the the stuff. Hachi gets extra food. So we're sort of just where they start having their little love connection.
Yeah, we're having a little spat. Or a little...
It was very funny to me that this is it's a horny, very hedonist thing that they're doing, but whenever they hold each other or touch each other, I would describe it as a warm embrace. It feels like they've known each other for 20 years, and they're not engaging like carnal lust. It feels like they are reuniting somberly.
Well, I mean, the world we're in sucks. You need, like, something. We don't really have anything other than the sun, tall grass, and murder. It's the only thing that's been keeping them going. And, like, the odd bit of rice that we can get from the trader.
I think it's fine what they're doing. It doesn't feel like it's the thing they need. The way that the actors are playing it. It feels like something they're enjoying, but I don't get as much desire out of it as I feel like I'd like to.
Oh, see, that's interesting. For me, I feel like it is a need for them. I feel like it's like their escapism. Just strange. I feel like this movie's weirdly pro-sex for like a black and white 60s movie.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's very just accepting of like, yeah, they're both grown adults, and the mother is clearly in the wrong for not just letting them get on with on with their duties.
Oh, better put, I agree that it's something they need. I feel like it's communicated from their emotions or their passion, like how what's the word I'm looking for? Just like what it feels like for them to achieve the thing that they've needed and haven't been able to have. It never feels explosive.
One little thing I would like to
explosive is the wrong way to put it. I don't need it to be, over the top or over dramatic. Just, I don't know. Something feels missing.
See, there's one little thing I'd like to point out. During this first, we'll say, argument that the mother, the wife, and Hatchi have after him selling it, we get a little shot of the mother spying on the wife with a samurai sword by putting like the tall grass aside. Very, very, very similar to how the mother will get spied on later by the mysterious samurai.
Yeah,
Just
that was
little...
interesting to me.
What did you feel about Hatchi's blue balls causing him to launch into a fit?
This is after the mom has started doing the fake demon stuff?
No, this is after the first argument. Hatchi, he runs, I would say he frolics through the tall grass, then proceeds to lie on his back and have a baby piss fit about the fact that he is not allowed to have sex with this woman.
I don't remember it too distinctly. I'm pretty sure that's part of what knocked his character points for me and made me feel like he was just a little turd bag.
Chris, but his balls are blue. He's been carrying this massive sack all the way from the farmlands back to his home. You don't know the weight my man Hatchi's had to carry.
I'm probably familiar. I think he'll be fine. I think he would have been fine.
Yeah, this is when the canoodling starts. This is when it gets scandalous. I feel like, this is the one thing I'll say. I feel like the jump between the wife not reciprocating into her almost animalistic, like soaring through the grass to get to Hatchi's house. I mean,
Repeat what
Good
you
on her.
said. The start.
It cuts from Hatchie being told no, and then he has his little grass run away, and then during the night it goes straight to the wife. It's such a strange way. I've never seen anyone flirt this way. She sneaks out in the middle of the night, full force sprints to Hatchie's home, then lifts up a boulder and punts in the poor cunt's front door with it to wake him up.
And then hides, and then he finds her and grabs her by the throat.
Yeah, I don't get this. This is strange foreplay. I've never had someone
It's so weird.
like tar in my windows to
Look,
let
man,
them
I'm
know. Like,
not against like throat stuff, but it's without express consent. It's a little weird. You can't just go
yeah, but,
die.
like,
You can't just go grabbing people by the throat.
you can, but I mean, it seems like he played his cards well in the moment.
Yeah, it seems like it worked out for him. It does.
Like, I maybe, I don't know. Like, why did she throw a rock in this poor? If he was sleeping like the other way about, she might
He
have
could
just
have
straight
died.
killed Hatchie.
Yeah.
Can I
Speaking
just?
of,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I was just gonna add as a little like addendum. This old woman, this old hag, as the translation puts across. This is a very attractive 39-year-old woman. She just has grey hair. We've just gave her grey hair and a white streak.
Yeah, they're giving her rogue hair.
We gave her Vogue hair and some goth makeup. And we're like, look at this old, decrepit woman.
No, she's hot. Also,
She's a hot granny. I
yeah.
doubt she even is a granny by this point. It's also the director's wife. They got married 14 years after this movie.
Oh, nice.
So clearly, the director also thought so.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, what was it?
Oh, my favorite meeting of them just happened where she sprints in and just says, "Hachi, hurry," and takes all her clothes off.
I mean, it's productive.
It is. And then by the time, right, they are so. This was the best one for me also because I did get, like, how. You get the impression of how intense it is because the mother is following right behind her, but by the time the mother gets to the house, they've already finished. And it seems, it feels like they're recharging and kind of waiting to go again.
It's about saying, but again, my boy Hatchet, he's been carrying these blue balls for miles. You can't blame him for being a little quick.
No.
But yeah, it's so funny the way they just launch at each other because this seems like it's quite a fair distance. And keep in mind, these people are starving. They're eating.
Yeah, it's crazy how she
down.
sprints. She says later it's because she is scared when she's in the woods. Or in the reeds.
She's scared of the grass at night. How did this motherfucker see? Have you ever been in like woodlands at night? It's just black.
I'm vaguely familiar. I'm not entirely familiar because I live in a city.
Yeah, one day I'll send you I'll go out into the woodlands and I'll take a video of me with the flashlight and you'll see just how she would go face. Oh, I suppose there's no trees. The only real issue is the giant ominous pit in the middle of the grass fields.
Oh, that sounds good.
But yeah, Chris, what do you think of this strange deep pit that we've found?
Very cool. I love it.
I like the imagery of it. It's weird because it's clearly unnatural. I like it. It's almost like it gives the full story. Both the tall grass and the weird pit give it. It's almost like a kind of. I suppose, as you said, it's based on a. What was it based on?
Hold on. Let me get Shin Buddhist parable of Yome Odoshi no Men.
Yeah,
Bride
so it's
starring
incredible.
mask.
It's almost like a
Or
folk tale.
Nikuzuki no Men, a mask with flesh attached.
I love your enthusiasm at trying to get these pronunciation right.
I
This
like
will also be the
pronouncing
one.
stuff.
No, we do sometimes get the odd Japanese. Maybe this will be our first comment, and it'll just be someone very angry that you mispronounced some things.
Yeah. They'll say, I'm never listening again.
You've ruined my enjoy. You're going to start a smear campaign against us.
Yeah.
The uncanny racists will be trending. But Chris, the lighting in this movie. Again, it's something I don't really pick up on until weirdly this sex scene that we like. If you're following along, we've just passed. The fact that all the lighting in the huts is just from the moon, like beaming through the grass and like reflecting on it. Oh, it's got such a nice contrast to everything.
It's gorgeous. This is a really nice looking movie.
There's a visual motif that I want to get your opinions on. Do you feel like occasionally we'll get like these close in shots of the tall grass swaying back and forth? Do you think it's supposed to be symbolic of like katana blades?
Yes. I
Like they're
didn't that didn't
surrounded
occur
by
to me,
water.
but I see that.
So the environment is invocative of the violence surrounding them.
Hmm.
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 I'm watching Hachi right now. I'm at the scene where he's laying in the grass. And the mom comes up and starts kicking him and he's like, it's a nice day, leave me alone.
See, I love that for him.
It's
I love
really
that
good.
because I feel like Hatchie probably would have slept with the mother, but he's been going 3 nights in a row. My poor man's tired.
Yeah, very true. It's just the wrong time.
So do
And
you?
it's also just like, oh, now you want a piece of Hachi, huh?
As we say, now you've seen how good Hatchie gives it. Everyone's wanting
Yeah.
a piece of him.
And he's already got his steady piece right now. He's not looking.
Also, I
He's
feel
not
like for him
desperate
that's
like
just,
he was.
and it's like it's like, well, that's your, I suppose, ex-daughter-in-law, but he's like, that's practically your daughter. And
Yeah, pretty
anyone's
much.
defense, it's the mother at this point. Dude, she looks so cool with that white stripe through her hair.
She does. She does turn into the antagonist at some point. It's interesting.
She is, but again, I feel like it's not really like. I don't feel like there is an antagonist, really. I feel like it's more of a. Like I said, it's like a folktale. It's almost like a 1960s Goosebumps episode. Again, but
It's a
I
good way
feel
to
like
put it.
this must have inspired the Haunted Mask. You're familiar with the Haunted Mask story, yeah?
No.
It's so strange. It's like possibly the most. I'll give you the quick rundown of the Goosebumps. Papa Meat or Meat Canyon, he owns the mask from the episode of this,
Oh, that's cool.
and
Oh,
it's
Goosebumps.
awesome.
You know, I feel like I
But,
did read this, but I do not remember anything about it.
well, I'll give you the quick rundown. Our protagonist Beth, she gets bullied in school, so she forms this like self-hatred complex, and she promises that she's going to have the scariest Halloween costume for Halloween night. So she goes to this. It's like a strange liminal Halloween shop that just seems to have appeared in town that no one knows about. And she goes in, there's this little creepy shop owner, and she's like, "Can you give me a good Halloween costume? Here's the money I have. What have you got?" And he starts giving her all this random, like, trick shop, run of the mill Halloween stuff. And she's like, "This is some fucking nonsense. I asked for scary. Give me scary." So he takes her back to,
Big
he has like
mistake.
this work. He's got like a workshop going on in the back.
Oh, Santa.
And
Okay.
he has like a table of weird deformed masks, and he's like these masks have an evil energy. I think it's implied that these are like people's faces that have twisted and deformed due to something over time. So
Oh,
Beth
okay.
steals the mask and runs out with it, and then for Halloween she's wearing this like little green goblin mask thing. But throughout the night it gets tighter and tighter onto her skin and then starts to fuse with her flesh. And then it's like
Oh,
this whole it's like a big story about how you have to love yourself, and in the end because she carries a spike with a depiction of her head on it, like a decapitated version of herself. And like the ends like this whole self-acceptance story where she loves her former self, and then the mask comes off, and then you get your typical Goosebumps thing where she comes home and her brother has the mask on and can't get it off. But yeah,
no.
it fucked me up as a child to think, you'll see if I put on this scary mask with it like fuses with my neck flesh and I can't get it off.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Because it's not just, oh, you've got to think how claustrophobic like a big old latex Halloween mask is.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Stinky too. Hate the
No,
smell
it's
of it.
true. Imagine being in one of those
Yeah,
mascot costumes all day.
it depends on the mascot costume. I have seen a lot of like American baseball mascot costumes, and I fucking adore them.
No, just like a Winnie the Pooh.
I wouldn't mind being a Winnie the Pooh. Do you ever
Hmm.
get? Or
I
I
need to
assume
find
in
one you
time,
don't like. Chip and or Dale.
I don't mind Chip and or
The
Dale.
fuck.
Chip and or Dale, it hit me the same wave. Like, hi, my name's Ander Dingus. I'm
What?
Chip and or Dale. You never seen the video of the kid with all the? He's got like a huge bowl of Tang Fastics, and he's like, "Hi, my name's Ander Dingus."
No.
It's like this poor kid. He clearly just fucked up his name for the video, and it became like a huge beam.
Great. Is that what
I
Andor's
take it,
based on?
presumably so. I
Hmm.
take it his name in the series is Dingus.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Like
That's
a
so
Star
funny.
Wars reference. But yeah, Times Square, I assume you get like a bunch of like people in shitty homemade mascot costumes.
Uh, Mostly store-bought superhero costumes and or Disney princesses. Or like
But see, I
Mario.
like that. I would much rather have like some drunk guy in a shitty Mario costume come up and be like, "It's a me, Mario," than like some twat who's set up an amplifier and his electric guitar that's trying to bust for money.
Well, they're usually hustling you to take pictures and pay them, and if you take a picture and don't pay them, they'll beat you up sometimes.
Fucking getting jumped by fucking Chip and Dale.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, but I feel like, to be fair, if you take a photo with them, you should pay them because you're getting something in return.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't really have any comments on what they're doing. I think it's, like if you take them out of there, it's just less lively. I don't know. Some of them are dickheads, though, is what I'm saying. Some of them have like really hurt some tourists, which is shitty. And the problem with what they're doing is that you can't tell who anyone is because they all are all wearing masks.
Yeah, but it's probably, if someone jumps your ass, it's probably the Mickey Mouse hauling it down the street. Like, that's not an easy costume to get out of. It's not going to like have a lineup of people, and it's like
Could
it's
you imagine a
it's
lineup
6 foot
of like
tall.
Mickey Mouse, Spider Man, Indiana Jones?
Like, we're trying to identify them, and it's like I can't, I don't know. They're
I
also
don't remember. One is Optimus Prime.
one's just a guy who just doesn't know why he's there. Oh, you It's fucking. I wish we got good. Glasgow used to get them, but we ended up. It used to be a guy that would sometimes be a Yautja or a Xenomorph, and it was really
Oh,
cool looking,
that
and it was
rules.
just him. And then he vanished, and then it got replaced with the most rapey Mickey Mouse you'll ever see in your life. And I think he got ran out just because even if he wasn't trying to approach children for dubious means, the costume definitely looked like he was trying to approach children for dubious means.
Oh no.
Like this Mickey looked like he was on smack. Like
Oh no.
he was so bad. Oh,
Jesus
I
Christ.
feel like whip out a Jason costume, you should get some traction on Times Square.
A Jason costume?
Yeah, from Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yeah. I was just making sure I heard you right.
I
I
say that'd be
feel
my
like that's a good idea. I feel like a lot of people wouldn't get the reference. I don't think a lot of people know about that movie, to be honest.
Yeah, but I feel like the people that do get the reference would definitely pay money to get a photo with you at Times Square.
Yeah,
I
true.
feel like that's the thing. You're narrowing your audience, but I
I
feel
think
like
it
you're
would
hitting that
rule.
audience well.
That would be cool.
And then I feel like if I'm going to get arrested, that's one of the cooler costumes to get arrested in. But if I end up in a street fight with fucking SpongeBob and a Power Ranger, I want to be the Jason Voorhees. And I've got my weapon as well.
Yeah, I got my weapon too, man.
With SpongeBob is jellyfish in it.
Yeah. How'd you know?
Oh, the dog dies. We have a doggy down. Is this our first dog death?
How did the dog die again? I don't remember. I was so disturbed by the dog dying that I just sort of went into a fugue state.
If I be beat the fucker to death with a wash basket.
Who beat it to death again?
I think both the wife and the daughter.
Oh my lord.
I
I
have
didn't
to say,
hate them
Chris,
as much as I should have.
the dog meat looks nice. Well, I have to say, see it glistening, even in the black and white, like the moon hitting off the crispy skin. Oh, good
Oh,
God.
that's right. That's what they have to eat. Yeah, they cut away from it very quickly. You sort of hear the dog whimpering, and then they just cut to them cooking it, right?
Yeah, again, I feel like this has to be quite extreme for a 60s Japanese movie.
True. Uh, yeah, I guess I was more sad in the moment about the dog dying, just because I knew that they were hungry and had to eat. But I don't know. It's still upsetting.
It's, again, I feel, is this our first doggy death? Out of
It might
everything?
be. Yeah, we had a whole movie about a dog not dying, basically.
We'll keep track. We'll add one to the doggy death counter.
Okay.
I would have
Oh,
thought it would have been like an old slow burn movie. But
yeah.
Chris, where are we at? I feel like you're slightly ahead than me, so you can keep us on track more.
Okay. I guess I must be watching them eat the dog right now because I'm watching them have a little meal. I think we've had. She's already kicked him while he's down in the ground. They've sort of had their back and forth. You know, that's the scene where she propositions him, and he says, "I don't want to do that." I think
So
we're
I'm
about to
not
start
having any of that.
scaring. Yeah, I think we're about to start scaring the wife. I think this is now the scene I'm watching is going to be the one where I'll let you know in a second. But we start this sequence in the latter half of the movie of the mother at night starts picking up some swords or things that they're going to sell. She says, as part of her plot, she says, I'm going to start bringing less when I go because I think he'll give me slightly more if he doesn't know we have as much right now. But
Mm-hmm.
it's sort of just a ruse for her. It's honestly smart, and they should have been doing that anyway because he's been underpaying them. But it's a way for her to sort of sneak out and start wearing this mask every night.
Mm-hmm. Well, to get onto the mask, we first have to talk about the samurai.
Oh, yeah,
like
that's true. Hold on.
So you forgot
I've
about,
missed a whole section of the movie. Yeah.
Let's give it.
It's very slow, to be fair. So that hasn't been introduced even where I'm watching, and we're in this sort of back and forth between Hachi and the wife for, I would say, 40 to 50 minutes. It is something you're sitting with for a long, long time. And they're building a lot of good atmosphere. So this is...
Oh!
The wife runs out, and then the samurai comes in to the home, right?
I've got to say, earlier we missed it. I think everyone coins Texas Chainsaw Massacre as creating the gratuitous, like, ass shot with the camera angled upwards to the ass walking. It's in this movie. I don't know if Toby Hooper saw this and went, I'm stealing that bad boy. But the very famous gratuitous ass shot is in this movie. I would just like to bring attention to that.
It is, and I really appreciated that it was... Look, I love every ass. It wasn't like the nicest ass, you know. It wasn't a camera... It wasn't a Fast and the Furious ass shot. But I liked that. And I liked that it was still effective, and I don't know. It was just refreshing, I guess.
A refreshing natural ass.
Uh-huh.
So one takeaway from Onibaba. That's what Willem Dafoe says to all his friends when he recommends it. I've got to say, I feel like, see my man Hatchi, he's punching a little. The wife is gorgeous.
She is, yeah. Although I did think she was like 13-year-old boy when I first saw her in the bushes at the start of the movie.
You thought she was a 13-year-old boy? Holy shit, Chris.
Yeah, with the haircut.
You must have to be careful in dating apps. Good God. I'm pretty sure this is a 20-year-old woman.
Well,
you just had small hair.
Turning 30 this year, and I don't date 20-year-olds anyway, so I'm fine.
I wonder what age Hatchi was during this. I feel like he looks like he's in his 30s.
He does, yeah. He looks probably about my age, maybe 32.
I feel like a 10-year age gap, as long as people are adults back in 14th century Japan, is probably the best you're getting. I don't think I can push them too hard on that.
No, Go ahead.
13-year-old boy gratuitous ass shot aside, we should probably talk about the samurai.
Alright, if you insist.
And how thick
creepy ass samurai comes into the mother's home while the two are having sex. Sucks for her. I mean, she was being shitty, but it sucks that these two are fucking and she has to deal with this creepy samurai with a busted face.
But did you do any research into the samurai's mask?
No.
Well, this is a henya mask, which is typically for like stage shows and presentations. It is not designed as like an intimidation tool as you would typically get for a samurai mask. This is supposed to represent a female rage or feminine jealousy.
Oh,
like almost a metamorphosis over time. So it's interesting that this male samurai shows up wearing this exact mask. It's almost like, do you know what? We jumped past it. It's something I've got to take in my notes. But I feel like, despite nothing supernatural happening towards the beginning, there is an air of it, because when Hatchi first shows up, doesn't he talk about like the night sky, like the like almost like time wasn't working properly out in the war? Like he said, it was night for longer than it should have been, and then there's this ominous deep pit Like there's an air of supernatural throughout the movie, I would say.
I can see that. I
But
didn't clock the line that Hachi has.
it's not. I'm quoting verbatim, but he definitely makes note of like something in the sky isn't working the way it should have. Like he has like these stories of weird, spooky shenanigans going on that he's came across.
Interesting.
Yeah, it feels like the samurai's almost like it doesn't feel like a real event. It's almost supernatural, despite
It does
a
feel.
samurai showing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and being like, "Oh, I'm lost. Can you help me?" But it's a plausible thing, but it's almost like I don't want to say a force of nature because I feel like that's wrong.
I'm surprised he didn't
Wow.
move at the bottom of the pit when she went down.
It was a big ass pit. What do you mean?
It was, yeah, but the air is supernatural. I did expect him to even, not even fully be alive, even reach out and grab her and then get kicked once and be dead or something.
So, what's your take on? I would like to just a wee quick aside. The mother and the samurai both walking through the grass, and her bamboo staff is like moving in tandem with the samurai's big. I forget what these big ass pole swords are called, but like, they like mirror each other as they walk.
Is it a
like, that's
halberd?
nice little.
Probably not.
It's not a halberd. There's like a specific term for a Japanese one.
Oh, okay.
Fucking a scary ass weapon.
Yeah, definitely.
So what's your take on the samurai's tale of he hides his face because of like his immense beauty that no one's supposed to look upon it?
I think it's a rad story. I think it's pretty tight. It's a W Riz for a guy with a fucked face.
So you think he's just bullshitting?
Yeah.
It's a good way. I am the most handsome man on earth, but I'm too handsome. You cannot look at me.
I
It will
think that
scar your
rules.
mind.
Yeah.
But
If
See,
a guy in the club was saying that and he had like some sort of face covering, it's like I had the most beautiful nose. You can't even see it.
you just have to take my word on it.
Yeah.
See, this is. I'm gonna go into.
People say you're conceited. I don't want to talk to you, and he goes, "That's fine. I still have my beautiful nose."
I still have my sexy nose.
Yeah.
Now look at my ass as I walk away. It's like a 13-year-old boy.
I love how they don't try to. It's sort of a fairy tale, even element of it, is they don't try to make it too tactical how they trick people into the hole in the course of the movie. When the mother, is being led by this samurai through the woods, he's asking her to lead her out of here, or telling her, and she intentionally leads him to the hole. She just jumps over it, and it's in sort of a clearing, and you're right, it's nighttime and it's pitch black, so maybe he couldn't have seen it, but it's...
And he had a fucking mask on, Chris.
He did have a fucking mask on.
Think of this poor man's field of vision. He ain't seeing shit right now.
But it still does feel like a sort of a fairy tale element, the way that they depict her leaping over it.
Yeah, like almost like it's like one of those tricking the devil, like type situations.
I love her
see this?
putting the peg into the ground.
This is where I started to theory craft, and this is where most of my notes come from. Because I found it suspicious how much the talk of purgatory is throughout this film. So I started to go, okay, where can I piece this together? And I feel like, I don't know, I've not seen too many people talk about it. This is just my personal take. I feel like Hatchi, the mother and the daughter, are in I'll get to what the actual term for it's called, because I did do some research and I feel like there might be some connected tissue. But I do feel like they are in their own purgatory. One of my points was what I mentioned earlier, the like deep surrounding long grass that I said I feel like might resemble katanas, but again this is just my own interpretation. As I always have to say this during theories because I feel like I'm talking a lot of shit. But I just find it interesting that all these people seem to have like they're surrounded by violence. They're in this deep, dark field. I also thought maybe like Field of Reeds. Like I get that's an African sort of afterlife.
Oh yeah.
But I was looking into it, and apparently there is a sort of Japanese purgatory. Fucking hell, purgatory called Yomi no Kuni, which isn't. It's not for like sinners, so to speak. It's not like your typical sort of Christian purgatory. It's almost like a between state between the afterlife and Earth, but it's depicted as a dark, like shadowy version of just typical Earth. It's usually for when spirits are like awaiting sort of like funeral ceremonies to help them pass over to the other side. But apparently during this sort of purgatory Yomo no Kuni state, it is not uncommon to be visited by Oni as a sort of trial. Which I was like, oh, that's interesting. One of the believed entrances to Yomi no Kuni was a giant hole in the ground that is typically blocked by a boulder. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then I was like, I forget what it was, but isn't there like mention of it? They're not 100% sure of where they are at times. And the fact, see, my big one with this is Hatchi. He was in a scenario where he got kidnapped and his friend got kidnapped, and one of them was beat to death, but he miraculously found his way back to the home with the mother and daughter. And he makes a note, he's like, oh, you guys are still alive? I thought you would have starved to death by now. And they seem to be in this endless field of just like war and violence. And I don't know if I'm cooking or if I'm just like, if I've went on like a schizophrenic, like...
No, it all makes sense. I could see that this is just I don't know. It's hard to fully link because why wouldn't her son or her husband wind up here unless he was a bad person and went to hell? But beyond that, to be honest, that all makes sense to me. I was just listening to you for a minute.
Yeah, I've got like other little notes, like like I found it interesting when she goes down the hole with the samurai. There is 3 different skeletons down there, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And there's also 3 crows that you keep seeing throughout the film. And I'm like, that's interesting.
I didn't notice the crows. That's cool.
There's just like little things that I'm like, I feel like this could also just be me talking a lot of nonsense. I feel like, I don't know if the director's still alive. I feel like I could meet the director, give him all these points, and he could go, the fuck are you talking about? This was not...
But yeah, the 3 skeletons, they threw bodies in there so recently that shouldn't be, unless it's supposed to be what you're talking about, like potentially a reference to their corpses. That hole should have other dead people in it that aren't fully decayed. Or they've only killed 1 person other than the 2 that they killed with Hachi.
And it was just, I was also thinking, like, the lost samurai. He shows up and he's like, I don't know where I am. Can you try to help me find my way out of here? I don't know. Maybe that was like, that could be seen as like, because it's an Oni mask.
That's so very purgatorial. Yeah.
But she fails by murdering the poor fucker and ripping his face flesh off.
And it
But
takes
yeah.
her a lot of effort to rip the mask off.
See, the thing is, it's like it's portrayed as like he said he was a handsome man, but look at his disgusting face. It just looks like he's got too much moisture in his mask.
He looks
It is
way
portrayed
better
as a
than she looks later in the movie.
yeah, he definitely does. But
Oh, she
yeah,
leaves in the daytime the first time.
yeah, but is it not? She makes note that it's going to take a long time for me to get there and back, so it will be nighttime by the time I arrive.
Yes, she does.
It's kind of hard to tell when things are nighttime or daytime in a black and white movie. You
It
kind of just
is,
have to go.
especially if the shot doesn't include the skyline.
Oh, I forgot to add. Yomi no Kuni is also typically surrounded by like a river of water, which their grass field also is. I've got lots and lots of little notes here. I feel like the rest of them that I'm looking at, I'm like, this sounds like insanity. Like I
No,
definitely watched it too late in the middle of the night.
it seems to make sense though, is the thing.
But yeah, so where we at? We're at this is the do we call her the Onibaba now? The demon old hag starts making her plot to what's her end goal? Just to scare her?
Just to make her not have sex with Hachi anymore. Because there's a moment where well, it's sort of when her plot winds up failing later in the reads, where they wind up. It's very funny. She unintentionally, literally guides them back to each other, like physically,
What
and then
during
they just start
the
having
storm?
sex. Yeah,
Yeah, but it's like I feel like really the end thing that would come of this is at one point she would just leave during the day and be like, "Yo, I'm staying at Hatchie's house because a weird demon keeps trying to grab me."
yeah, that's the thing. You know, it's not really, and I can tell when that happens in the rain. Her face, you know, it's clear that like that's the thing she was trying to prevent. It doesn't make sense because, well, this is a grown ass woman. I guess first and foremost.
Oh, I'm watching that. I fucking love the her in her full demon garb. What a sick outfit!
Yeah, it looks great.
I wonder if this was deemed scary back on release. Like if people were like ching their pearls at seeing the old lady in the Henya mask jump scaring through the grass.
Maybe I could see that.
It's different. I feel like see when I said okay, Onibaba. Did you think this was like a demon movie? Because at first I thought this was a demon movie. From all the posters, I feel like the marketing led me astray on this.
I didn't really look into anything. I didn't read anything too much.
Not even the posters.
I don't think I took. I'm not sure what I took from the posters. I was just avoiding getting an impression of it.
Oh, I see. I'd love to have an impression. But I went into this going, okay, there's probably going to be some spooky shenanigans. So you could imagine my confusion when an hour into it, we've just had horny hatchi, a horny granny, and a horny widow,
Yeah.
all just trying to fuck each other with no spooky stuff happening. But I feel like, see, it's strange now that we're at the end of the movie, we have the plan, but like it is just kind of the plan scene happens 3 times on a loop, isn't it?
Yeah.
The rain looks awesome. I love the rain.
The
But
rain looks amazing, and it must have been hard to film it. I was trying to look up what they used for rain, but I imagine they just waited for rain. Right?
I mean, look how much rain's falling down in that set.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
I wonder if it was just like a lucky coincidence. But yeah, the plan
I
goes
imagine
to shit.
they waited for the rain and then filmed that day whenever it rained, and then filmed the rest of the movie around it.
I mean, I feel like you know more of the filming than me. I tried to look at some filming stuff and I couldn't find too much of anything.
Yeah, I'll look back. I honestly have mostly just been looking at the Wikipedia entries of the production.
But yeah, so the plan goes to shit. It doesn't work. I feel like the scene where the mother confesses to the daughter because she can't get the mask off is easily the best scene of the movie. It's such like it feels weirdly like an A24. We've had the long slow burn, and now in the last 10 minutes everything's going to go to shit.
Yeah, when she's crouched in the corner, starting with that.
I think she's scarier crouched in the corner. Do you not
Yeah,
think?
it's horrible. I
Like,
do agree.
imagine that hanging outside your window.
No,
But instead it's
I
just
don't
some
want
gilf
to.
trying to stop you
Gilf.
having marital.
Oh no, get away.
Oh no. But I feel like the daughter maybe had a bit of an extreme reaction with the hammer. Because she twats the fuck out of
Oh,
her
she's a
mother-in-law.
real fucking asshole about it.
Well, to be fair, the mother's a real fucking asshole about them fucking.
I agree, but that does not let you nearly beat someone to death. I don't think.
I don't know what sensitivities were like back then. I don't feel like I can make a judgment on that.
I don't know.
But
I don't know, man.
yeah, you've not seen Eyes Without a Face, have you?
No.
I feel the face. I want to say the face removal scene. It practically is a face removal scene. Of this is very, very, very similar to what you get in the Eyes. I'm saying it like it's technically a spoiler, but it's also what the movie poster teases. So there's no way we could talk about Eyes Without a Face without you going on waiting for a skinned face reveal. Like it's
Okay.
the entire premise of the movie teases it. But
Okay.
it's what do you think of the makeup for the degloved face?
Oh, don't say that. That's great. It
Is there not a
looks
term for
really
that?
good. It looks really horrible.
Hold on, I'm looking it up. I'm sure there's a term for that. Like just fully face removal. Also, to go another route, Face Off with Nick Cage and John Travolta. Do you think this in any way inspired that movie?
Sure.
I can feel you getting tired on me, Chris.
I am getting a little sleepy.
What time are you rocking it, Chris? I'm looking at 10 to 4 in the morning.
Yeah, no, I'm at 10:48 p.m.
Not derma planning. I'm talking about like some fucked up shit here. But oh wait, no. Okay. Last time I started trying to look at like some messed up scenarios on Google Images as we talked about things. I ended up with horrific imagery jump scaring me. I'm sure there's a term for it. But yeah, we get our little ketchup face gilf chasing the daughter through the.
Horrible.
I like that her reaction when she rips off her mother-in-law's face is to go, "Oh fuck this shit, I'm out of here." Launch.
Yeah. She just pieces out completely.
But
What do you think of Hachi dying?
oh yeah, I completely forgot Hatchi dies. See, I find that weird. I don't know what I think about that. Just like I suppose it's karmic, like the same action that he's been doing to other people. It like comes back to him, where it's just a random death by a random soldier looting his house.
Yeah.
I don't know, it feels anticlimactic, but I feel like it's supposed to feel anticlimactic. So I don't know, I'm a little torn on that one.
I was sad that he died, but I also liked that they had the balls to kill him.
My boy, horny hatchi, rest in peace.
Yeah, he tried.
But he said, well, he succeeded.
He
He succeeded
succeeded
very
several
successfully.
times.
The movie's based on him succeeding a little too well. But yeah, we get the end chase scene. They leave it ambiguous. Do you think that the mother fell into the her little death pit?
No.
They kind of hit it with the JoJo bow, 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 like freeze frame towards the end.
Yeah, it's an interesting way to leave it. I don't think she did because she's so used to jumping over that. It's got to be muscle memory. I don't think she. I don't know. I don't imagine she lived too long after.
Yeah, again, going as I
What do
mentioned
you
earlier,
think?
I don't think there's a health service. I
No.
feel like, and I mean, if my reading of it's correct and they're in purgatory anyway, I feel like she has to go in the pit. I feel like the pit is like Jigoku. Is that how you pronounce it?
It is the
The,
doorway.
yeah, like that's like the downwards. Like that's the you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I feel like
in a general
because
sense.
again, did the daughter murder a bunch of men? Yes. Did she have premarital sex? Quite a lot, yes. Did she beat a dog to death with a basin?
Yes.
Maybe also yes. But I feel like for some reason my brain is like she's still better than the rest of the characters. I don't know why. I feel like she's more worthy of redemption than probably just because she still seems like a poor soul. She seems like she does these things because she's forced in a situation where she has to do them. And for me, I feel like the mother is more just indifferent to the fact that she does these things.
I agree. I feel like the wife is still in this area. One, because the mother convinced her to stay, but two, because she was hoping she could see her husband again, and she wanted him to be able to find her.
And also, we can't really put the dog on him. We did have to eat.
Yeah, that's the thing. They were starving.
But yeah, I suppose any wrap up thoughts on Onibaba?
No, I liked it more than I thought I would, but I didn't really have an expectation for how much I would like it. I didn't think I would dislike it.
See, I thought I was going to go either way. I thought I was going to be like, I'm a fake film bro. I have to unsubscribe from the BFI like player. I can no longer continue my letterbox account. I thought I was either going to go in and go, this is pretentious shit, or I was going to be like, this is phenomenal. And I do think it's phenomenal. I actually think this is a great. I don't even know if you could consider it horror though. It's like
Not
almost horror.
really. I didn't want to throw that back at you, but yeah, it is one of those dramas that we've covered a couple of that has sort of horror-ish elements.
But I would definitely. Well, it's definitely more horror than Take Shelter, Chris. Don't you try and throw it back on me. That ain't happening on that.
All
A woman
right.
gets her face removed. She dresses up as a demon.
Yeah, that guy's imagining natural disasters. That's horrifying.
Yeah, he's imagining it.
And then they happen.
Or maybe they don't.
They
Which is
definitely do
ironic
at the
in
end.
that episode. I still think about that ending, by the way. It still angers me that I'm like, regardless of each way it goes, it doesn't matter. I still think about how angry that ending because like, if I'm looking up at this guy randomly, I'll be like, that fucking movie and his fucking rock solid chin. I swear to God.
You get mad at it? That's so funny.
Do you know what fucks me up? See, when I see oil, I remember we were talking about how the sky looks like oil. When I see oil, I think of that and I go, I'm so fucking angry right now.
It's a good movie.
It's a fine movie.
Pretty good.
It's so no, it's like it's. So we're gonna get back into this. The problem is we take shelter is everything is good on a technical level. It gets too repetitive by the end, and then again the ending it's a non-ending. It doesn't matter either way. Either it was the apocalypse and they were all going to die anyway. It doesn't matter. His little fucking shelter's not going to do shit, or he's imagining shit again, and then his whole therapy journey was just pointless, and I just wasted an hour of watching the film. Oh,
Yeah, well,
and even if
anyway.
it was the apocalypse, he mistimed it. So he would have came out of his little fucking shelter and went, "Oh, it's fine, I reckon," and then just fucking died again. Ah, oh, it makes me so mad. Can be like, "Oh, I was right. It was the apocalypse. It was just like 2 years later after therapy." No, you didn't guess shit then. You're just a schizophrenic. Then the apocalypse happened to happen.
It's just a dad doing his best. It's an American dad doing his best.
Ah, none of this.
Go listen to Take Shelter.
I take my Japanese gilfs over my American dads anyway.
Well, fair. I can't argue with that. If you want to argue with that, you can email us at theuncannyvalleypod@gmail.com, or you can follow us at theuncannyvalleypod on Instagram. No, it's theuncannyvalleypodcast@gmail.com. Did I say
I don't
that?
think anyone uses
We had to change
emails.
it at some point.
Do we have to change it at some point?
Yeah, we did.
I think, Chris, I think it would benefit you see if you just did like a little, see if you just recorded that and then just made it a little soundbite to send me and I could just slap this in at the end of episodes.
Yeah, that would be way easier, wouldn't it?
It really would. But yeah, we forgot to do who would you recommend us to? I don't know, fucking anyone. I think this is sick. If I give you like horror, it's quintessential like old Japanese horror.
Yeah,
Especially
I've
if
been
you like.
mentioning this to people at work.
Oh, there you go. See, so you must have liked it to some extent.
Yeah, I did.
And you're like, do you want to watch a movie about random Japanese people being horny in some grass?
Yeah, horny people in the war.
I can't. I feel like I can't. I keep going back to The Witch. I feel like if you like Robert Eggers' movie, like this feels very Robert Eggers.
Yeah, it really does. Just very sunk into the atmosphere of the time.
Oh, I say Robert Eggers' his entire thing's historical accuracy, and I don't know how accurate this would be. I don't think anyone's ever really. Well, to be fair, I don't think you could 100% accurately depict 14th century Japan. Because I feel like you wouldn't get the minute like details as perfect as like Robert Eggers going, we can't have that many candles, that family couldn't afford that many candles from The
Right,
Witch.
yeah.
But yeah, Robert.
Well, what is there to be historically inaccurate about, Maybe architecture? That's all I could think of.
Like house. I don't know the exact fashion, what type of stuff they would have. Would they ever actually be able to survive in this situation? Again, if it is purgatory, and my theory was right, I suppose none of this matters fucking anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I'm watching a scene where she gets her fucking face smashed in. What a good scene. Anyway, I suppose this is are we just going to do her end ramble where I just cut at some random point?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.